Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another review. If you just got here from watching the Ultra Ego Vegeta review, you're in for a treat. So this is going to be the first time I've gotten one of these Capsule Corp Vegitos, and I've seen them around. There's also a Capsule Corp Goku that I was very interested in getting, but I missed out on a long time ago. Now I have this, and I'm very excited as it comes with a pretty decent amount of accessories, as well as I just overall like the design of this from Dragon Ball Heroes. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So as opposed to the last one, I will do an actual unboxing, but I thought it would be better for that last one to actually show a lot of the different Vegetas and how they're pretty much mostly all the same height for the most part, and kind of how they look different from each other with the different forms, and showcasing, you know, different head swaps and whatnot. So this time around, we have a whole bunch of different facial expressions and different hair types. So for this one, I will take everything out the bag, as this is all new to me, and it's not just kind of simple faces and accessories. So first off, similar to the official Vegito that Tamashii released a while back, this does come with the bangs that's connected, and you can kind of already see that the paint is not necessarily applied everywhere, which is nothing new to me. The Maniacal Fit does the same thing where they don't paint every single part of the accessories, but it doesn't matter, at least when it's plugged in. So I think that these are, I want to say, yeah, I think these ones are for like when it's charging up. Let me see if they're reversible, because that's actually one thing I've never tried, is to make sure that they're reversible. So they are. So you can kind of just swap them over as you please to make it look like he's charging up, you know, whatever. But we have the gritty face, and I'm assuming that these are all going to be the same for the SSJ Blue, but we'll get into that in a second. So there's that one. There's the smirk to the side eye. Okay. There's the yelling. And your standard face, kind of eyeing you down. It does come with an alternate belt. It looks like this one. Actually, let's see what the difference is. Jesus, how much stuff is in here? Okay, yeah, okay, so the other one is just kind of a standard little small one. I'm kind of curious why such a different one though. But I'm going to assume that this one also does move side to side as well, just like this one. But I guess it's just kind of if you want the extra thickness to it, which again is a nice inclusion, you know, for those that want that. We'll look at that as well once we get into it. And just to go over the other faces that you can get for the Super Saiyan Blue variants of this, let's pull them all out. It's going to obviously have a bang as well, but I believe that's already in the packaging with Vegito. So yeah, same face, eyeing you down. He's got the side eye smirk, and I'm assuming that these are going to fit on the official Vegito as well, so that's going to be really cool. All right, and all for the hands. Now, I'm potentially thinking that these will fit on Vegeta, and you can never go wrong with having extra hands, like I said before in the last video. I think, yeah, one of these is, you know, you can use it for a big bang attack, or you can use it for a key blade. We got like spread shot, blast, and these are for a blast effect, which I don't think is included. That is the one thing they didn't include with this, and they're not really known for giving you blast effects all the time. So it is interesting that they would throw that type of hand in here. But I'll just dump these all out, and we can kind of go and see them over the course of time of this video. And then we have the full base head here. Now, they did give you a black look for this head instead of a brown haired look. I think the last one that they did was brown, and they opted to do black this time, which to me, I don't mind. If you do have the demoniacal fit, you know, old pack of heads with the Super Saiyan as well as the brown haired base form, I think that should be fine, and you can kind of swap between them. I have to check the peg sizes again for the head, but we'll figure it out. I don't have Vegito accessible to me right now, at least the official one. But yeah, let's get into reviewing the figure itself. Get my trusty knife. I always use this thing. Always from Hawaii. All right, anyways, let's get into it. Now I'm expecting to enjoy him a little bit more than the Ultra Ego Vegeta, just because this is entirely brand new to me in terms of just a figure. It's not nothing that I've already gotten personally, so this one for me I'm going to actually love. And yeah, he's already got the screaming face on. And just for kicks, I will put it upside that way so it looks like he's actually yelling. Okay, so for the joints, all right, so that bicep swivel right there is actually pretty tight, pretty good in there, not gonna fall off. Same for this one. He can just about do a full kind of T-pose almost without stressing it, but you can always just do the regular and swap it like that. Articulation going down is pretty decent. Not too far down, but a pretty decent range. Going up, doesn't really look like he can stretch that far back. You can kind of make the legs work to your advantage though for it. And let's see, you can do a full turn. This belt does have articulation as well. You can turn it as you please. And as we noted before, he does have an alternate belt, which I will change into now so we can view it. And again, it is just a lot thicker. That's pretty much all there is to it. So if you prefer that, there you go. These shoulder pads, I'm calling them shoulder pads, but they're pretty hard. They're not super soft plastic, but they're pretty hard, pretty sturdy. The little skirt piece right here, and this is kind of repurposed. Oops, that's another thing. It's sitting on a little ball peg, so it'll probably fall off pretty easily. Just keep that in mind. So it's similar to the I want to say Super Saiyan 4 Goku that they did too. It's pretty loose. You can just pop it off pretty easily, but it's not that hard to pop back on. And what I was gonna say is, I believe this is the same kind of body that Demoniacal Fit had for their Whiskey Goku, so they're kind of repurposing it and making something pretty cool out of it. And I know that there are people who don't like this part of it, with the undershirt being painted, but I mean, again, they're reusing this from what I assume Demoniacal Fit, because that was so long ago. I'm not sure. I think it was Demoniacal Fit who came up with this first, but it could have been Kong. I know that there was like a constant battle between the two, and they kind of they did their own version, and Demoniacal Fit did their own version too. I believe the Kong Studios version of the Whiskey Goku came with like a winking face, and then the the Demoniacal Fit one came with, I think, a stand and maybe a Kamehameha. Yeah, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's as far as I remember for it. But to continue, articulation is going to be blocked just a tad by the skirt piece. It can lift up pretty easily, just like all the other skirt pieces that most of the Dragon Ball figures have. So he can get his leg up, and he's got the standard, knee articulation that most of the SH figures have. This toe joint, and this is present with a lot of Kong Studios figures. It's very stiff, and I don't want to break it because these can be fragile. But yeah, I'm putting pressure on it, and it's not even budging. So we'll go with the other one, and you can see it's kind of moving. Oh, and there you go. The foot popped off. Now it's not broken, so there's that. But it does tell me that it easily will pop off as opposed to some other stuff if I put too much pressure. And I trust me, I put pressure on a lot of things. Yeah, these fall off just a tad too easy. It's not like I'm like trying to rip it off, but it is falling off quite easily. And I mean, there's not a whole lot of range of motion, like in terms of going down because it's gonna pop off, and going up is not really there. Eventually Kong is gonna have to adapt to this method with boots, where it's actually on a ball peg, or do something with Superhero Gohan and SSJ4 Goku and Krillin, I think, where there's an ankle swivel built into the, you know, shoe or whatever. That is what they're gonna have to get into, and we'll see how Kong Studios handles that with their Super Saiyan 3 3.0s. That would be the first 3.0s that they're releasing this year. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the standard articulation of the figure. One thing, this shading skin tone is pretty much got the same issue as their, where is it? Yeah, it's got the same issues here, and I don't have the head on right now, but you've got the paint for the skin tone on the upper body, really light, different color. Obviously, they didn't really do the shading up there. They kind of did a little bit maybe in the neck, the arms. At least the arm paint with the orange is not necessarily bleeding out, so that's pretty good. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same in terms of that. Just the shading is kind of off in some areas, like it's just kind of like a dab there, and then nothing there. And the face is obviously matching the skin tone, but edge doesn't look right there. Now, I'm gonna head swap really quick so we can see the black haired variant of this. I will say be careful with the bang, as since it's a separate piece, you can lose it pretty fast. So keep an eye on that. And I would prefer to let you guys know that you should take it out and set it down somewhere before changing heads, because again, these things are small and it easily pops out. Maybe I should have done this with hot water first, but there we go, it's in there. And just for kickers, we'll do the smiling expression. All right, one quick thing before I get it all posed and stood up with the different hands. Slightly different color here on the gloves as well. These are just little things that I'm noticing, but I know that everybody has a different level of tolerancy for stuff, or they just don't care. So personally for me, like I said in the last video, paint applications matter more to me when it comes to being consistent. As long as you have the same skin tone across the board, that's fine with me. Same with the paint across the outfit, you know. This one is kind of, oof. I don't know if you noticed that my fingerprint was back there, but I don't know what material this is. Is this like, it's not hard, I mean, it's not soft plastic, but whatever material this is, or paint, it kind of absorbs a little bit of moisture, so keep that in mind. I just noticed my fingerprint back there while I was holding it. A little strange, but that's the first time I've noticed that on a figure, actually, from shfiguarts, in terms of customs, third party, whatever, you know. So if that's something to keep an eye on, I will have to make sure we clean this. And I don't know what the 4 little dots here for that shading is supposed to be, but you kind of get what I mean. Like, it just kind of looks like it was just quickly done. It's not like it's super, you know, thought out, in my opinion, in terms of where the shading application goes with it, but that's a whole nother conversation. If for the people that are interested in talking about shading and whatnot, let me know down below. What do you think? Is shading necessary on custom figures, you know, from third-party creators? Do you really find that necessary? I don't find it necessary because, I mean, yeah, they're third-party creators. They're making cheaper figures, or they're making figures that aren't going to come out, and they're making it on a mass scale. And there's bound to be more errors in their stuff than in Tamashi's stuff. And I say that because most of these creators are by themselves, or most of them, you know, they don't have a full factory or a team working with them. And they kind of are just going by and being like, okay, people like it, I'll make more. There's bound to be errors with that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, let's get into looking at the rest of his hands and kind of just going over general stuff about the figure and concluding. All right, so I mean, overall, this Vegito is pretty cool. It basically has most of the standard articulation that you need. I like the outfit again from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. If you haven't seen that, little short anime kind of thing, definitely go watch it. It's pretty cool. Again, there were the small complaints in terms of the skin tone and the shading kind of just being a little bit all over the place for me. I do love the accessories. I love that he comes with 2 optional belts. I love that he comes with 2 optional heads you can swap between. With the various different faces, as well as the bangs that can go up and down, and whatnot, to give you that look of charging up, attacking, rushing in, or a calm, steady look. And overall, I mean, again, between him and I got to put the Vegeta head back on, but between him, the 2 Ultra Ego Vegetas, I mean, this probably is one of my favorites to get out of the 3. Just because it is brand new to me personally. And yeah, I mean, it's different. I would have preferred maybe if they found a way to make the undershirt a little bit more printed, not necessarily just painted on at the last minute. But yeah, I mean, great figure overall. I'll probably find some ways to, put him in some YouTube shorts and TikTok videos and stuff like that. Let's see if I can get them both on there without them falling. But yeah, 2 great releases, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Kong Studio manages to push out their first 3.0 figures later this year with Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Blue Vegito, Battle Damage, and then Super Saiyan 3 and 3 Blue Battle Damage Goku that they're doing as well. I will be reviewing those as I got all 4, but yeah, look forward to that. If you want to wait for those figures. They're also doing a 3.0 Vegeta later this year. They're also doing an SSJ5 Tablos, or Goku, whatever you want to call them, from Dragon Ball AF. Very good, exciting stuff coming from them alone. And yeah, I love this Vegito. I'll probably give it about 8.5 out of 10, a little bit more. The paint isn't as bad on this one, in my opinion, just because the black is a little bit more solid. I don't like that my fingerprints are a little bit more tracked on the back of his, outfit. But I mean, it's pretty easy to wipe away. And because it's not a lot of skin exposed, the shading on the arms and between the chest part right there is not horrible to look at, but does bring it down for me. But overall, great figure, and I love it. And I will catch you guys in the next review, which hopefully will be the Amazing Yamaguchi Endeavor. I've had that sitting with me for a while and I just haven't been able to open it. But yeah, like the video, comment down below if you're excited for the world of third-party customs for shfiguarts, because they're doing some pretty big things with just all of the what ifs, the heroes, and all that good stuff. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.